Good afternoon, it's your boy Rubio, and I'm back at the table with some more cards to unveil for you guys today. We have made it through week 15. It was a very exciting week. So let's dive in to see what happened in week 15. Before we dive into week 15, let's say what's up to my boy Blue. What up, Blue? How's everything going? I see you got your rings out. Did you enjoy week 15? As usual, never get an answer out of him, just a smile on his face. So let's continue on to week 15. And we're going to start out with fantasy football. So we're starting out with week 15 fantasy football. And it was the first week of fantasy football playoffs for my fantasy team. I prevailed. I won 124 to 106. Let's see which players got me there. Mr. Patrick Mahomes got me 14 points before he went out with a season-ending knee injury. His quarterback did a little bit better than mine, but we still won. So coming down, my running back here, Mr. Travis Etienne, got me 31 points this week. He went off on the Jets. Another guy that went off for me was Miss
DK Metcalf.
Got me 14 points, 55 yards and a touchdown. Christian Watson was projected to do pretty good, but I think he went out with an injury. Hopefully he can come back in week 16 and help me out in my next round of the playoffs. Another guy that went off for me was Mr. Tyrone Tracy. He got me 24 points. I had some people on the bench that went off. Jared Goff, he's going to be plugged in for week 16. In week 15, he got 25 points. We'll see if he can help us move on into the playoffs, all right? Wish me luck. Now we're going to move on to the game of the week. The game of the week for week 15 was between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The cards picked the Steelers to win week 15 against the Dolphins. And as you can tell, they got it. The Steelers beat the Dolphins. So, let's see how they did over there in the stats. Mr. Tua had 253 yards compared to Aaron Rodgers' 224 yards. The Steelers led in rushing, with Gainwell having 80 rushing yards. DK Metcalf had 55 receiving yards compared to 67 by A-Chain. Both teams had their leading sackers with 1 sack. Brooks had 13 solo tackles. Steelers led in total yards, first downs, red zone, and possession. Controlling the game like that. Usually, for the most part, you'll probably prevail at the end if you're controlling the game like that. So, the Cards picked the right team. I can't remember what our record with the Cards picking the game of the week. We're still in the positive. So, there's a lot of teams in the NFL that are on the bubble right now, trying to get into the playoffs. The Dolphins have clinched their spot, and also the Rams have clinched their spot. So all these other teams are trying to get in. New England, Buffalo, Jags, Chargers, my home team, Houston Texans, even though it's not my favorite team, are trying to get in. Steelers still have a little bit of a chance. I'm not sure the probability of the Ravens getting in, but I'm not sure all the stuff that they would have to have happen for them to get in. The Colts don't look like they're going to get in, but who knows? Some teams could fall apart. As far as the NFC goes, looks like the Seahawks, the Eagles, the 49ers, Green Bay have a good chance of getting in. But Tampa, the Bears, maybe the Lions have to have some stuff happen to get into the playoffs. But we'll see. That wraps up week 15. I would talk about my Raiders, but we got beat 31-0 by the Eagles. We're not in the playoffs. Hopefully we'll get some draft picks or trades to help Pete Carroll and his team do better next year. Hopefully the Raiders don't look at this season and say we need to get rid of Pete Carroll. Most of these teams that have consistent coaches are doing better. You just have to let those head coaches and the coaching staff get their right personnel in, right coaching staff, right players, and allow those players to actually dive deep into the scheme as far as offense and defense to learn it so they can implement it on the field. So Raiders, if you're watching this, give Pete Carroll at least a couple more years and see how he does. I think we have a good core group of players. We need to get some more players around Crosby. We need to get offensive line better, all that good stuff. Because, there were some good points during the season, but there's a lot of bad points. So hopefully they can do better. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on to the game of the week for week 16. We're at the wheel. Got all the teams pre-populated into the wheel for week 16. There's a lot of teams that need to win to make their playoff. So let's see what we got. We're going to shuffle, since it's week 16, we're going to shuffle 16 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And let's spin. Let's see who we're going to get. Hopefully we get a good one. And we got the Raiders and the Texans. I definitely want to see my Raiders play. The Texans defense is pretty dang good. So, the game of the week for week 16 is going to be the Raiders versus the Texans. And the cards that we're going to use for week 16 is going to be this box right here. It's going to be 2024 NFL trading cards, Donruss Elite. All right. So let's dive into this box and see what's going on. All right, so now we're back down at the table here. It has J.J. McCarthy on the cover. All right. So let's cut the plastic off and see what we got. And just remember, if it doesn't have the panini on there, then it ain't real. All right, let me close my knife for safety. So, 2024 NFL trading cards, Donruss Elite. It is a Panini brand, NFL logo, NFL Players Association. We have Mr. J.J. McCarthy on the cover. It is 24 cards per box. It says find one blaster exclusive Aspiration Shimmer or Status Explosion per box on average. It says look for blaster exclusive Green Disco Parallels. Look for blaster exclusive Green Parallels in Ath Elite, First Class, and more. Let's see what we could possibly pull in this box here. For 2024 Elite Football, it features a 200 card set, including 100 base and 100 rookies. So we're looking at Green Disco, Razzle Dazzles, Aspiration Shimmers, Status Explosion, Aspiration Stars, Status Sparkles, numbered from 875 to 299, Rookie Green Disco, Razzle Dazzle, all that good stuff, okay? This is what we're going to use here. If we have to go into overtime, since it is the Christmas season, we're going to use this other Donruss box, this Holiday 10, if we need it for overtime. So I'll sit that in the back. All right. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what we got inside. All right, box is empty. Throw that to the side. So we have 4 cards per pack. And 6 packs. We're going to shuffle for 16 seconds, and the last pack will be saved for the Super Bowl. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So that last pack is going to be saved for the Super Bowl. We'll sit that back over here with the other ones. Let me bring my camera down here so we can make this happen. And let me zoom in a little bit so we can actually see the cards. All right, so here's our packs. We have 5 packs here. So 5 times 4, 20 cards. All right, let's do it. First pack here, and remember, we're looking for the winner out of the Raiders and the Texans. My favorite team, the Raiders, and my home team, the Texans. So let's see what we got out of the first pack. Coming out of the gate, as soon as we start, we have a Raider. We'll get the kid reporter card out of the way. We have Mr. Max Crosby from my Las Vegas Raiders on the Spellbound. We have Evan Ingram from the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have Anders Carlson from the Green Bay Packers. And last one, we have Devontae Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are up 2-1 so far on the Texans. Can they tie it up? Who knows? Out of that first pack, they're already in a hole. Is this how the actual game is going to go? Next pack. Turn that around. We have Jerome Ford on the Full Throttle. Oh, that's a nice looking card there, and it's numbered. We have Mr. Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins. This looks like a red Razzle or Aspirations. Red Aspirations. And it is numbered. I don't know if you can see that. 317 out of 875. There we go. 317 out of 875. That's a nice looking card. Actually, let me go ahead and sleeve that one up real quick. That is our first numbered card in a long time. We'll set that to the side. Let's get back to the cards. So we have Mr. Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And last one in this pack, we have Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns. So the Raiders are still winning 2-1 over the Texans. Let's see what else we got. All right, let's turn that around. This looks like the green disco Mr. Reggie Wayne from the Indianapolis Colts. Set that down here. We have Jordan Love from the Green Bay Packers. Raheem Mostert from the Miami Dolphins. And last one in this pack, we have Micah Hyde from the Buffalo Bills. All right. We have 2 packs left. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Press all those buttons over there. All of them. Wherever the buttons are. If they're there, if they're here, even if they're up there. Press them. Just press them all. I am almost at 1,300 followers on TikTok. So my TikTok is jrubio80. You can also follow me on Instagram at j.rubio80. Most of my full videos and my clips are going to be on YouTube, and that is jrubio. You can also follow me on Facebook, which is just my name, Jamie Rubio. And most of these cards here will end up on eBay. You can follow me on eBay at jrubio80, all lowercase. All right, so let's get back to ripping. Second to last pack, guys. Can the Texans come back in these last two packs? Who knows? We'll see. All right. Coming with a spellbound of Mr. Jordan Love from the Green Bay Packers. We have Jamari Thrash on the Razzle Dazzle from the Cleveland Browns. We have a legend here from the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Emmitt Smith. Last one in this pack is Mr. Bobby Okereke from the New York Giants. All right. Can the Texans have some last pack magic? We'll see. Let's get that bad boy open. There we go. And starting out, we have Jamar Chase on the field vision from the Cincinnati Bengals. It's a nice looking card. Is that one numbered? I don't see any numbers on there. I think the numbers would be on the front anyway. But nope, don't have any on there. I have Micah Parsons in the Dallas Cowboy jersey, even though he is with the Green Bay Packers. He got injured last week, so hopefully he has a speedy recovery. He was doing great with Green Bay. We have Cameron Jordan from the New Orleans Saints. And last card in this pack, we have Mr. Matthew Stafford from the Los Angeles Rams. So, guys, we have picked our winner for the week. The Raiders have won this week 2-1 over the Texans with Mr. Max Crosby and Davante Adams leading the way. So, let's do a quick recap over the cards that we pulled here, and we'll go from there. On the Spellbound, we have Max Crosby. On the Field Vision, we have Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. On the other Spellbound, we have Jordan Love from the Green Bay Packers. On the Full Throttle, we have Jerome Ford from the Cleveland Browns. It says Full Throttle at the top and it has 21.13 miles per hour. We have our one numbered card here, Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins. It is numbered 317 out of 875. It's a nice looking card on this pink. All right. Put that to the side. On these, I think this is the green disco. Damari Thrash from the Cleveland Browns. And Reggie Wayne from the Indianapolis Colts. And then our base cards here, we have Davante Adams, Matthew Stafford, Cameron Jordan, Micah Parsons, Bobby Okereke, Emmitt Smith, Micah Hyde, Raheem Mostert, Jordan Love, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Anders Carlson, and Evan Ingram. All right, thank you guys for tuning in to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share with others. I do enjoy bringing this type of content to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I bring to you. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias. If there is any cards that you guys are interested in or any particular players that you would like to have in your collection and would like to know if I have them, just either shoot me a DM on Instagram, TikTok, or send a message on my eBay. My TikTok is jrubio80. My Instagram is j.rubio80. And my eBay is all lowercase J Rubio 80. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. Me and my boy Blue enjoys this stuff. Even though the football season's about to come to a close, we'll figure out some more videos to bring to you guys to keep you engaged. Without further ado, me and my boy Blue. What up, Blue? We're out of here.